Welcome back, everybody, to Three Dudes, One Mic Short. And as always, we're going to try to keep it short. Short.
Short.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about near-death experiences. I finally had somebody who subscribed to our channel, who likes our podcast, like them, and gets the notifications, get the notifications. So this one goes out to Vincente, and he recommended us talk about near-death experiences. So, sure, we could go on a full episode of this, but I'll try to keep it brief so we all get a little bit in there. So, my near-death experience, I forgot. No, I didn't.
Well, that's short, folks.
And that's a short. I've had a few. Actually, I'm gonna let one of y'all go because mine's a little weird. Go ahead. One of y'all. Well, because my near-death experiences, okay, like I've had near-death experiences, I guess, like, and it was on a previous episode where like I was in a wake crash on the towable on the lake, and I went down so far into the water because I had jumped like 15 feet up in the air. So like I plunged in and couldn't even see the sun anymore. That's how far down I went, and climbed my way up with all my might and was saved by Mother Nature. That was like my near-death experience. But I have another one, but kind of far out there.
Or like the one where when we were teenagers walking in that man-made ditch behind McDonald's.
I'm so sorry.
And you threw up that big rock.
I don't know why
said,
I didn't.
Watch out.
As it hit your shoulder?
And as it hit my shoulder, I think I had moved a little bit, and that's why it hit my shoulder.
Instead of your head.
Luckily, I had my backpack on, so...
That strap kind of...
I think it was what is it? It wasn't a JanSport. It was what, East Pack or something like that? I forgot the name of it, but they had some pretty good padding.
Yeah.
And luckily, it didn't even break anything on my shoulder.
Yeah, luckily.
Or collarbone or anything like that. I was surprised.
But it could have been a lot worse had it hit your head. It was a big rock.
Probably would have been a little...
Yeah, it was bad. Ladies and gentlemen, it was bad. I felt really bad about that, you know. And he brings it up to this day. That was like 30 years ago.
Oh,
it was like 35 years ago. Huh?
Yeah, over 30.
It's probably still fresh on his mind, though.
Oh, yeah. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, man, my head could have been caved in.
All right.
Half my brain could have been gone.
All right.
Would have had to learn everything all over again. Or I could have been a vegetable.
Yeah.
Well, but okay.
I could have died.
But you didn't.
And he would have had to carry me out of the ditch.
Yep.
And then,
and explain to my parents
why you're dead.
Hey, I'm dead.
Or a vegetable.
Or vegetable.
Oh, yeah. That wouldn't have been
good.
Fight or flight. I would have lied. What about you?
Flight, I would have lied.
I just found him there.
He was behind me, and I turned around, and I thought it was heat stroke. He's bleeding from the cranium. When he fell down,
half his cranium is missing.
Well, he fell hard.
His brain's where his eyes supposed to be.
What, he fell and flipped and fell on his head?
Look, I was as much there as y'all were. He was behind me.
Wow.
And here you are. You?
Wow.
I was jumping off a cliff into the water one day and hit my head on a rock because it was shallower than I thought. That was a bad one. And could have ended up way worse than what it was. Blood gushing everywhere, big old split. It was a near death. Needless to say, I still jump off of cliffs into water, though.
You learned your lesson.
No, I didn't.
I don't think I've ever done that. Ever jumped off.
Yeah,
anything.
I've jumped off, high rock points, but not like a cliff.
I don't even think I've ever jumped off a diving board.
There's a first for everything, John.
Well,
no.
No.
I don't think I'll ever do it. Not even in a pool that I could see the bottom in.
Do you remember that time when you weren't with me, but when I was riding my bike and my shoelace got caught in the gears?
Was that a near death?
Yeah, and it's like basically like my shoelace got tangled in the gear, and so like threw my foot all the way to the gear. And so then I was like paying attention to that. And we lived on a ditch, and my bike turned abruptly into the ditch curb, and I like flipped over, but seeing like my freaking foot was still attached to the bike. So like I flipped with my bike and I landed head first into the curb. You know what I mean? I had that big old knot on my head.
No.
And I had to lie about it. What did you do? And I was like, I got hit twice by a car, and they believed me. No, I'm serious.
What is your shoelace?
I was so paranoid about my mom's boyfriend because he'd got me that bike. He'd worked on the bike and like got it up and running, and I had it for like a month, and like I wrecked it, and it was broke. I mean, like the whole the front tire was like stuck to the to the frame. That's how far bent it got. But I lied about it. So I had this growing shiner on my head. They had to take me to the hospital, and then the cops got involved because they needed a statement. Because on the way to the hospital, I told them that it was a hit and run, and it wasn't.
And did you give like a fake description?
I gave a fake description of the car. Yep. Yeah.
Or just a car that you saw on the side.
Oh no, it wasn't it. No, it was a fake description of two vehicles. Because my lie was that because I perfectly hit alongside the ditch. So there's a street there that runs alongside the ditch. There's where one fictitious car was. And then there was I was positioned right where the street comes out into the ditch street. And so my story was the guy coming off the side street didn't stop at the stop sign and took a right, and the car behind me swerved and he hit the back end of that car, and then his back end fishtailed into me and it knocked me into the curb, and then I rolled into the ditch because I had to make it sound like I really got messed up. And so I rolled into the ditch with my bike because it was stuck to my foot, and all I really did was hit a curb with my face. But I knew he was gonna be really mad about it, so I lied. And I kept that lie for probably about 20 years before I confessed. It was all random too. I was like, Mom, I gotta tell you something. Why would you lie about that? You know, we had cops taking statements. I was like, I know, I'm sorry. But at least it was at the university hospital, so case closed.
Yeah.
So there was that one. Wow. That was real messed up.
Man, I fell off a bunk bed when I was 7 years old and split my head open from right center all the way over here. In fact, you can see the scars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a interesting situation.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it in another episode. I fell off a bunk bed. I rolled off in my sleep. Yeah, but the toy chest was open and there was a G.I. Joe fighter jet sticking out. And I landed like I speared myself like Jeebus, but on my backside, like right there on the wing of the plane. Yeah, it was bad. And it wasn't even like a cool commercial jet. It was like a fancy jet. So it was real pointy, like really hurt like the Dickens.
Like a fighter jet.
Like a fighter jet. Fought my back really bad.
Yeah.
Almost had a near-death experience too in that same house growing up when I was a little kid. My mom, poor thing, probably made her so paranoid. She was using Q-tips. She was cleaning out my ear, right? And I hated my ears being cleaned out. I was probably like 6. Don't ask. This is such a Steven thing to do. I freaked out, and instead of jerking away from the Q-tip, I jerked into it. And so she popped my ear and it was bleeding. And I was like, so I'm like trying to get away, but the Q-tip's sticking out my ear, and she's trying to hold me to get the Q-tip out.
Was it like a part of the Freddy movie?
Yeah, that Nightmare on Elm Street way.
Oh yeah, man. That was a rowdy scene. That was the Bigfoot guy from Pizza Hut.
Was it?
Bigfoot! Yeah, I was that kid actor. Anyway, yeah, it was crazy. But, you can hear the sound effects. It's its head exploding. But, yeah, that was a near-death experience. Well, I'm sure we can definitely take on more topics like this or expand on this one because I'm pretty sure we think about it. We've got a lot more than that. But for now, here's a short 3 dudes, 1 mic signing off.